Hello, everybody. Adam Parks here with another episode of 5-Minute Pitch. Today, I am here with my good friend Jack Gordon, who is the CEO of WebRecon, here to tell us all about his product and services helping the industry to protect itself against litigious consumers. How you doing today, Jack?
I'm doing spectacular. Thanks, Adam. How are you?
Another day in paradise. Well, you know how this particular series works. You have 5 minutes to tell us all about WebRecon and what you guys do there. Ready, set, go.
I'm ready. So WebRecon is the premier service for identifying consumers likely to sue you under FDCPA, TCPA, or FCRA. We do this by maintaining a huge proprietary database of all relevant consumer litigation, then building really cool tools to search that data. The big idea is to tell you in advance if somebody who you're about to communicate with is a high risk to turn around and sue you under those consumer statutes. Our flagship tool is the batch process. We can warehouse your consumers and alert you when they file new lawsuits as well. We also have two different search engines, one where we can search our database of consumer litigation by party, like plaintiff, defendant, attorney name, and another where you can search specific in the body of the lawsuit, for instance, like 1099C or Regulation F. We offer a litigious consumer phone scrub that you can use to knock out high-risk phones connected to past litigants before you contact them in a dialer. We have a workers' comp scrub that works in Florida only right now, that allows you to identify consumers with an active workers' comp case that might make contacting them actionable under FDCPA. We have a really cool vendor monitoring tool, primarily for debt buyers and creditors, that will proactively alert you anytime any of your collection vendors are sued or complained about to the CFPB or the BBB or any one of dozens of state attorney general offices. Those are the tools that come. It's a suite of tools that we offer. Once you're a client, you have access to all of them. You can use any of our scrubs by SFTP or API, particularly the phone scrub. API is a great choice for that. Each account gives you up to 5 additional users within your company that each can have their own account. And our service starts at $199 a month for up to 100,000 searches, which is a whole lot less than defending a lawsuit. And if your volume is higher, it just increments up slowly from there. And that, in a nutshell, is what we do.
Absolutely fantastic. So you guys are basically collecting all of the data as it relates to these various lawsuits and providing a proactive opportunity for debt buyers, creditors, law firms, agencies to identify those consumers that are most likely to litigate against them. So it sounds like you guys got a lot of different tools that are ultimately poised towards the same purpose.
We do. And actually, I forgot to mention one really important way that we can be accessed. You can get our service directly through us at webrecon.com. We also have a number of partners out there that you can get it through. If you use skip trace vendors like TransUnion or Experian or Locate Smarter, they all offer our service. Or one of we have software partners out there, platforms that use that you can get it through, including Finvi and Quantrax, Interpros, and CSS Impact, and some others that are in the works right now. So if yours was not one of those that I just mentioned, stay tuned. I think we're going to have most of them here in the very near future. So yeah, so that's it's easy to get, easy to use, and really smart. A lot cheaper than getting sued.
Well, it sounds like you guys have some really great solutions in there. And one of the things that I've noticed is that, in talking with you, you've mentioned before that there's a handful of consumers that file the majority of the lawsuits. I don't know if it falls completely into the 80-20 rule, but can you provide us with any insight on that?
Yeah, wow, that's a great question. Definitely not 80-20, probably more like 95-5. There's a fairly small number of people who are really good at filing suits. I think a name that many people have heard is Craig Cunningham. He's up to something like 250 lawsuits now that have been filed against collection agencies and other companies. He's sort of turned his attention for a lot of his litigation activity towards marketing companies under TCPA. But there are probably a couple of hundred consumers that have filed at least 10 lawsuits over the last 15 years. And then thousands that have filed less. Our database is somewhere in the neighborhood of 250,000 lawsuits that have been filed since like 2001. And by the way, that covers federal courts and non-federal courts. We bring in several hundred non-federal suits every month into our database of the same kind of suits of consumers filing suit against collection agencies, creditors, and marketers.
Well, Jack, it sounds like you have created an amazing early warning system to protect yourself against litigation, especially unnecessary litigation, just because that these consumers are frequently filing lawsuits. They're probably going to continue to file more lawsuits. I really appreciate you coming on today and telling us all about WebRecon and all the great things that you guys are doing over there, Jack. For those of you that are looking for more information, you can go to webrecon.com, or you can look for Jack and his organization tagged below in the videos here on YouTube and LinkedIn. In the short term, Jack, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you coming on, telling everybody about WebRecon.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always fun chatting with you, Adam.
Awesome. We'll talk to you again soon.
Take care.